Good night, lovely people. Good night, lovely people. How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing tonight? Y'all know I was not going to go to sleep without coming back here to close out the day with y'all. I was not going to do that. So here I am. Take me as I am. Good night, lovely people. How is everybody doing? I hope you all had yourselves a great day. And those of you who spent time with me earlier, thank you all so much. Well, now we are going to have a little conversation. If you're on the tube, if you're on the talk, welcome. Thank you so much for popping in. So, there's been a lot of talk. There's been so much going on. I know we are all, just overwhelmed with a lot of what's going on. So tonight I decided to throw the question, what if they outlaw divorce? Talk to me. I find this to be, I find it to be funny. I don't know why, but every time I say it, there's this tickle that comes in me that makes me giggle. Like, honestly speaking, what you think? Talk to me, people. What if, what if they outlaw divorce? Tell me some of the things that you think would happen if y'all, I say y'all because because you all are either married or preparing to get married. I am not in either of those categories, so it doesn't apply to me seriously. But on a serious note, what do you think? What do you think would happen if suddenly divorce is outlawed and people like Michelle can no longer divorce? I better hurry up and divorce before January. But just saying, just saying, because to think that that could even be a possibility, that divorce could be outlawed and won't be able anymore. Those of you who are married, you won't be able anymore to get out of that marriage, unless, of course, your husband, um, if he doesn't want you anymore, he says, you know what, I don't want her, let her go. He has to agree to get rid of you. You can't go to the courthouse and go file for a divorce. How dare you? You're a woman. You can, Lord, just the thought of these things make me sick. But we have to face all the possibilities because we don't know. We don't know what is going to happen to us. So I don't want us to be blindsided if and when these things happen. I want us to at least have left the door open. Right, Tedby? We would have left the door open for the possibilities, and we would have already, you know, scoured over the whole topic and come up with some ideas as to what we would or could or wouldn't do in the event that this happens. We have heard a lot of rhetoric around, thank you, Tedby. We have heard a lot of rhetoric about going back to old traditional values and all these things, and those values include the nuclear family and not supporting single mothers and incentivizing marriage and having two parents in the household to raise the children. And where say you miss me? Where I try? Did I try me? I cite it? Is that what happened? I'm a good citer. That's why you miss me. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, so imagine, guys. Imagine. Tell me where you were today. Today, Bejan said it is a horrible thing is about to happen. Why should you stay in an unhappy marriage. Bejan, believe you me, I'm just entertaining these thoughts, considering that these could be real possibilities, considering what is being here. Yeah. What you mean by you sick to death and you can't hear from me? What do you? Them in see you on the live this morning, you never did say anything, so you're sick. Hold on, me can't call you right now. Me can't call you right now. Come on, man, not time to get sick now. Warriors don't get sick. So it's not time to get sick now, sis. Not the time for it. Are you trying about not talk about no sick to death? No, into that part. Drink up your turmeric and your turmeric with some cayenne pepper in it will knock out just about anything out of your system. Some garlic, crush up some garlic with some honey, natural antibiotic. Wait, me I'll call a little more. Let me call a little bit. Let me sip little water first. No, me never know say you're sick. Me know so the other day you say you never did feel well, but I thought it was just the blues. You know, you're gonna get better, feel better. Never know say you're sick. Osh. But I'm glad to see you still. I'm glad to see you. All right, back to it now. But sis, I was asking this question because I think this question is quite legitimate at this time, considering all the rhetoric that's being thrown around, and they're talking about going back to embracing the nuclear family. I haven't really not embraced the nuclear family. It's just that society and all that has happened and things have changed over time, and the nuclear family is not as common as it used to be. People are, for one reason or other, it seems like the single parent household seems to be more of the norm these days, because there are so many people who, I'm a single mother. Single motherhood seems to be what's being put on pedestal, and women are showing off what they can do by themselves rather than being determined to have a husband, a man by their side. Society brought us here. Yeah, society brought us here. It's not that us as women were adamant that we do not want our men beside us. It's just that they have either not been there by choice or by some I'm going to say the incarceration rate might have has contributed significantly to fathers not being in the household. The indiscriminate incarceration of especially these color men have led to a lot of households being without a father. Our young men have been at a higher rate. So there are lots of reasons. Karen, what's up? So there are lots of reasons why we don't have fathers in the home. And also with the advent of in vitro, a lot of women just decide that, you know what, it's easier for me to just go to the sperm bank and just buy a little container of sperm, and I have my kid, I raise my kid, because these men come with too many problems, and cheating, and you go marry and go and divorce, and a lot of people don't want to deal with it. And society over the years have not done anything to discourage us from wanting to be by ourselves and wanting to raise our children by ourselves in peace. And our men certainly have not done enough to want to stay in our lives, to want to stay with us, to want to stay and raise their children. They're always chasing another tail. It causes so much chaos and confusion in your life. And who wants to up for that? Nobody wants to up for that at all. Eh? Nobody don't want up for that. When you can live your life in peace. Swift one, what's up? When you can live your life peacefully and do what you do peacefully, you're going to up for having a man and having all this confusion and this contention, and you and the woman having an argument because the man is out there cheating, out there getting more children and causing chaos in your life. Ooh, too much. Too much. So now with all this rhetoric that they're throwing around where they're saying that, they're going to implement laws that's going to rebuild the American family. They're going to embrace the nuclear family more, and there's going to be support for the nuclear family and not so much for the single parent family. You said me in your color tonight. What's up? Where you been? Yeah, I get ready for you to go to bed. Yeah, because I got work in the morning. But I was not gonna go to bed without coming here and chatting with you all a little bit. So tell me something, Swift one. What are your thoughts? What if they implement a law that says divorce is illegal? What do you think would happen if they say you can no longer divorce? I don't know who me would have worry for. The people them would have married for papers. Can I not pop? Oh, Trev, you shouldn't laugh. I'm not laughing at y'all. I'm just laughing with y'all. Imagine you marry somebody. Imagine you marry somebody for green card, and then per the law you cannot divorce. Yeah, Andrea? What? You can't divorce. You can't divorce. You have to stay together. It's through thick or thin. So watch you, Mr. 20-year-old. I got married to this woman 50-year-old. Her window of opportunity for childbearing is closed. And there you are wanting children. What a piece of something. I guess those kinds of marriages would decrease exponentially. Or people would, I don't know, I think maybe violence would increase, because people would be like, hell to the no, I want to get out of this. And if the only way to get out of this is, then it's going to be. You don't think so? I'm just going, my mind is going wild. My mind is going wild, Shauna, because I'm thinking about the things that could happen, like where we're heading. And I don't know why my mind is just taking me into this gloomy, doomy place where so many things I believe might happen. I love that. You love the bright look at me tonight. Only tonight. Only tonight me look bright. I could have what is. And only tonight me look bright. But thank you. Because it a come on to Christmas. It come on to Thanksgiving. Me not pay Thanksgiving no mind. Me not pay Thanksgiving no mind. Me not paying Christmas no mind. Me not doing no shopping. Me not buying anything. Nothing at all. Yeah. Only thing me I buy are the things that me I gonna need for, do my little handmade stuff that I do at Christmas. That's it. But anyway, yeah. So suppose them outlaw, those of you who are just coming, I'm asking a valid question. Who this text me? Okay, me I'm gonna hold on there, people. Hmm. Okay. Okay. All right, let's move right along. Let's move right along. Yeah. Yes. So, guys. Okay. Yeah. So, for those of you who are just coming, we were talking about whether or not, what do you think would happen if divorce was outlawed? They decided that no more divorce because divorce is destroying the family unit in our society, and divorce is causing a lot of children to grow up in single parent households and to grow up in different households, and it's it's not good for the growth of society. It's not good for the well-being of members of society. They say it's not good. But they are basing this not good on the Bible. Oh no, so me always end up, no matter how me start out good, me always end up with the Bible. Because they are saying this is, you know, these things are not in alignment with the Bible. But you know, notice say in the Bible, the nuclear family was not upheld, was not was not upheld, I should say. Did y'all notice that? The only person, where when me hear of in the Bible, as much as I've read, who had only one wife. I never hear the Bible didn't say anything about Adam having another wife. But certainly multiple wives and multiple concubines was allowed. Because you see, the men were supposed to have all these children, and all these certainly one female could not have all the children that they wanted, so they would have the children with all these other people. Jacob, according to the Bible, how many baby mamas did Jacob have? Remember, he was married to Leah. Then he was given Zilpah. Zilpah was his concubine. I think she had two boys for him. Then she then he married Rachel. That was the two sisters. And then he was given Bilhah. So that was four baby mamas right there that gave him the 13 children, because it was 13 children, it was 12 sons and the daughter Dinah. So I don't know, when people start quoting the Bible and start talking about, oh, the nuclear family and the Bible, how many concubines did David have plus wives? And then he turned around and unalive Uriah just to get Bathsheba. Look at Solomon. They say Solomon was how many wives did he have plus concubines? I don't see nobody in the Bible who had just one wife. I can't remember anybody. So I don't like that reference where they are claiming to be modeling this new order of the nuclear family. They're modeling it off the Bible. That don't seem like a true reference, does it? Not to me. It don't seem like a true reference at all. Because most of the men in the Bible, especially the ones who were revered and considered to be somebody, they had more than one wife. I must say only like Jeremiah, them in a talk about where Jeremiah said God told him not to have wife and children. Jeremiah like what? Jeremiah said God say him not to have wife and children. So he didn't have any wife or children. Right, God? I didn't think he did. I think he had said, if I remember what I read correctly, he had said that God said he shouldn't. So he didn't have wives and children. And I guess that's what the priests modeled their life off of. I think they modeled it off of Jeremiah, not to have wives or children. But how do they take care of their own sexual desires? Because that is not something that you can turn on and turn off as you feel a man. It's natural, it's nature. It comes with you. So if you are deciding that you are, Antonique, is that you? They are deciding that they are not going to ever do that. What they're going to use to replace that desire, because there's absolutely no way as a human being that you are not ever in your lifetime going to have that desire. That's odd. But that's not what that's Antonique, is that you? Oh, I see you. How you doing? How are you doing, my love? Antonique, a long time we not have swords in on, you know. I know it's always between you and God. Swords in on is always sword. You all know your Bible too good. But we're going to get back in shape. We're going to get back in shape sometime soon. Sometime sooner, just because time is not allowing me to do all the things. I wish the day had many more hours. Because boy, oh boy, I tell you, I get up from morning, from 4 o'clock this morning, I'm up. Me not sleep yet. I feel like I could have moved 2 horses and 2 oxes right now. I still feel like I could do so much more before the night is over. Before I go sleep, I may have working in the morning. But it is what it is. It is what it is. So tonight, now may I talk about these possibilities that are going to happen, that I think are going to happen. The next one I'm want to talk about is, do y'all think they're going to like take away social services from single parents? Do y'all think what will happen if they did? If they say, if you are a single mother, you're not gonna get food stamps. You're not gonna get, well, they're gonna take away food stamps, I think. But anyway, you're not gonna get any assistance if you are a single mother, if you are a single parent. What would that look like? What would it look like? Because that would mean that if you don't get the help that you need and you're a single parent, you have to go to work, right? And if you have to go to work, you don't get any financial assistance. What you do with your children? Are they going to force people to go there now? And are they going to force people to go out there to go get married just because? Just so that they can get the incentive that comes with, that will be coming with being married? Is it? Not see what it face with. Not see what's facing us. So everybody gotta get hitched. Everybody gotta get hitched. But what about the people who may have lost their spouse and don't want to remarry? Lord Trev, you get ahead of yourself. I told me I get ahead of myself. And it give me anxiety. Wanna change the topic for me? change the topic. Yeah, me I get ahead of myself and it give me anxiety. It's giving me anxiety, believe me. Because I can't go there. Because imagine you wanting to be single, but you are forced to enter into a marriage because society says you must if you want to even be considered for any social services. You have to be married. Ah, not a good thought, Trev. Not a good thought. But anyway, I'm gonna leave that right there. Trini Capricorn, how are you doing? I'm gonna leave this right there, and we're going to move. We are going to move right along. People, those of you who were following up with the election, did you all see that interview with Dr. Phil and Piers Morgan? Did anybody here see that interview? I just before I came and I finished watching that interview. Can you believe Dr. Phil? Tell me, son, I don't believe Dr. Phil. Y'all remember that speech that he gave in Madison Square Gardens? Y'all remember when he go up there with all this misogyny and all of this hate and all of this, oh, America was built on strong values, not on DEI and all of this nonsense. Y'all remember? And now I saw him on an interview with Piers Morgan, and he's talking about, oh, y'all remember when I went up there and I said, oh, America is for everybody, and regardless of whoever wins, that person is still going to be my president, our president, and some other stuff he was saying. And then he said, he had the speech that he gave at Madison Square Garden, that he had written that same speech, he wanted to give it at the DNC. And how he had tried to contact Kamala 25 times and he never got through. Capone, what's up? And he never got through. And he was just going to switch out the names. So wherever he had DJT, he was going to remove it and put Kamala there. That's what the man come on in the public and admit, Lord help my soul. That's what he admitted. That it is the same speech that he was. I'm so glad, regardless of the outcome. I'm still glad that they ignored him. I'm still glad that they did not entertain him. Because he said, Capone, what's up? How you been? I haven't seen you in a minute. Actually, because been at the far. Where's some? He's some pay attention to my future hobby. But you're too young. You're kind of too young. Me, listen. Me have to deal with the geriatric people them. Yeah, me can't deal with the young people them at all. Come on. Yeah, I can't handle the youngsters. I gotta be prepared for, yeah, the elderly. No youngsters around here. Mm-hmm. Nobody younger than me around here. Okay? But anyway, let me go back go talking. When you start talking like that, my brain go the other side, Capone. But anyway, we'll continue. Want to hear me child on our saxophone? And our saxophone, grip, 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 grip. Oh, Jesus. I'm going to have to deal with this until she decides to go to bed. And she not go to bed until maybe 10 o'clock. So I'm going to continue hearing the poo, 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 poo. I'm going to continue hear this for maybe the next 2 hours. But anyway, yeah. Couple one, somebody here was having a good little conversation. Maybe if it's a conversation, look like it's a monologue to flips. I've been having here talking about the possibilities of divorce being outlawed pretty soon. And that possibility, as much as I talk about it, is as much as it gives me anxiety to think that that could be real. Also, for our children, I was talking this morning about the Bible thing, where they are going to be putting Bibles in the schools. You all saw that one, right? Yeah. They are going to be putting Bibles in the school because the children need to read the Bible. Look at me, beautiful couple. Come on, you joke, I know. So, you understand? They are going to be putting these Bibles in the schools, and the students are going to be expected to study these Bible or read from this Bible or whatever it is. And that to me presents a lot of challenges because America is not a closed country. America is a country that has people from all over the world, people from all different religious background. And so you say me smile for you every day, you're good. You have to pay for this. You have to pay for this. You know, eh? No broke man just want to see me a skin teeth. You think every skin teeth a laugh? Oh my granny. My granny word that capone. You think every skin teeth a laugh? Shoops. Yeah, so guys, something else that is facing us is the possibility of them putting Bibles in all the schools and expectation that our children read the Bible and study the Bible. And I don't know who is going to teach these Bible classes. Yes, you have time. Yeah, me have time too. Me have about the next 2 hours. Me about the next 2 hours before me go finish doing what me doing. Finish fix me hair up and my clothes for work tomorrow and be off the net. Yeah, so imagine that you are going to be forced to do, as they're gonna say, you're going to be forced to do whatever the Bible says. Unrealize that the contents of the Bible, not really. I'm mostly like around in the New Testament, where it is calling for the people to do something as a collective. But unrealize, say, like in the Old Testament, the people that's being called to do anything are the people who are the descendants of Jacob. The rest of the world is practically ignored. Who cares what happened to the rest of the world? I'm like, Charles Ballsy, what's up? Blessed one, what's up? Yeah. And my question has always been, why would God decide that the people he's going to love and protect and care for are the people who are the descendants of one man? That not seem suspicious to you? The descendants of one man. Look how many people in the world. Look how many people would have been all over the world. And this God who is supposed to be the Almighty, the God who is love and responsible for everybody in the world, is going to say he's only responsible for the descendants of one man. He's going to love the descendants of one man. He is only going to take care of the descendants of one man. That must seem suspicious too, no? That must seem suspicious. To me, that seems highly suspicious. And look at the one man. Look at the one man that he says he's going to bless and bless his descendants. Look at the one man. It wasn't even a pure man. It wasn't even a man where you would say, oh, this man is without reproach. Somebody said probably is only them love and willing to obey him. But even they couldn't. Even they couldn't. And if you follow the script in the Bible, it was not meant to include the rest of the world. So how can you say I'm the only one who is going to love him when whatever it is that is going to ingratiate me to love him is not presented to the rest of the world? Because the rest of the world would have had to be introduced to him for them to decide whether or not they're going to be for him or against him. But you can't just get up and say, okay, this one man and the descendants of this one man is who I'm going to bless, is who I'm going to care for, who I'm going to be concerned with. And then expect that the rest of the world is just going to fall in line. If divorce is illegal, just don't get married. Exactly, J Princess. She was answering about whether or not, what would we do if divorce became illegal. So just don't get married and just forfeit all the incentives that will possibly come with being married. Just forfeit them. I agree with you. And the people them who are married forget green card, maybe they might go even outlaw that too. If you say you can't just married, forget green, you can't married and file for somebody. What incentive? The headache. Oh Lord, talk about the headache that might come with it. And that's what I was saying earlier, that imagine you in a marriage and you are having a hard time with your spouse and you really want to get out of that marriage, but you cannot get out because the laws of the land do not permit you to get out of the marriage. You are stuck with that headache. You are stuck in that marriage. No, you can't move. Them say you're not going to be able to divorce unless your husband decides that he's giving you a divorce. What if your husband wants to hold you hostage? What if you... I know it sounds funny. Sis. But what if your husband decides he's going to hold you hostage? He's not going to grant you the divorce. You'll be stuck. You will be stuck with him until he so decides, if he ever decides to set you free. If he don't decide to set you free, you're going to be stuck with him. How are you going to escape? But think too that there's going to be some serious punishment if you as the woman decides to walk out on your marriage. There's going to be some penalties because these people, some like they're coming with a cat and nine for us. Lock him in a room until he's lock him in a room until he signs. But you can't present your case to the courts. He has to be the one to present the case to the courts. Do you see us going backwards? Oh Lord, I hope these things don't ever come to pass. Because this would be setting us back hundreds of years. I hope these things never come to pass. Because if they do, if these things ever come to pass, we are doomed. We are doomed. There's going to be so much confusion. There's going to be so much domestic violence. There's going to be so much, and it is going to be, we are going to really go back to Bible times. Yeah, we are really go back to Bible times. The Bible times, was filled with a lot of unaliving of each other. Yes, no more sex. Oh my God. She said no more dugu dugu. No more. And then if no more of that, then women protest and we're not having any children. I could see this going so far. I could see this just creating chaos all over the country. Because imagine the women would protest and no longer get pregnant. But then again, them say there's not going to be any birth control. So if there's no birth control, how we go and put up a barrier? What we are gonna do? If there's no birth control. So them are gonna the men are gonna just continue, just get us pregnant every 9 months. I don't even know why I say us, because there's no us in this. We need to come up with a pill to we need to come up with a pill to cause erectile dysfunction. She said we need to come up with a pill that's going to cause erectile dysfunction. When the men think they control them. When the men think they're in control, they are not. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. You could start working on that. Get the what do you say? Excuse me. Paul says to stay like him. But if we can't, better to marry than burn in lust for it. As Paul say better to marry than burn in lust for it. You lust. People no need for burn in lust. I think Paul was upset with himself. Paul was seeking some kind of recompense because of what he was doing in Rome. Because in Rome he was gay in Rome, and then when he come over now, he felt like he was guilty. He felt guilty. That's why he kept asking whether or not he would be punished for having done something that he did not recognize was wrong. But Paul is something else. Paul was something else, because in the same breath that he's asking that question, it's the same breath that he's showing off how much he's a Benjaminite. So the fact that he's a Benjaminite, he should have known that the laws that were coming down from Moses were against it. So I don't even know what Paul was saying. Paul wasn't talking to me. That's all I can say. Paul was not talking to me. Paul was talking to them people over there in the Corinth and those places where he was ministering. Those people he was ministering to. He got absolutely nothing at all to do with me in this generation. Right, Barry? How you doing, Mr. Barry? Good to see you again. Welcome again into the live. How you been? What you been up to? Yeah, Barry, me there me thoughts run wild. Blessed say it seems like Paul was discouraging marriage, for he may have been foreseeing the problems marriage would cause. No, well, but the thing is, if Paul was preaching this gospel for the people to get this reward that he was preaching off, the reward of this going up into heaven and all of this stuff, then certainly he would have to be preaching marriage. That's just one other aspect of the confusion that comes with the confusion that is in the Bible. Because Paul himself, I think maybe Paul wanted to live like Jeremiah, I believe. I think he wanted to live like Jeremiah. Remember Jeremiah said God told him he wasn't to marry, he wasn't to have kids. No, but that's a soul not tell Jeremiah so. Not a soul not tell Jeremiah so. Nobody not tell Jeremiah so. Yeah, I said it. Nobody not tell him so. Jeremiah was a little scammer. Nobody not tell him a Jesus thing. But anyway, I see somebody here, Donna Henry. Good morning, good night. How you doing? Let me see what Trev. Girl, listen. The more I read that Bible, is the more questions I have. Trust me. If you read the Bible, you will see where them people. It's a lot of the stories. Some of the stories them just not add up. Did not add up. You know, if you even look on the story of Jacob, but the story of Jacob, when Jacob, when they said there was a famine in Canaan, and they had to go down to Egypt to go get food, or else somebody dead for hungry. Them never got dead for no hungry. There's a lot of hyperbole in the Bible. There's a lot of exaggeration. They wasn't going to die of no hunger. You're going to dead if you don't get like a corn. You're not going to dead if you don't get like a corn. There was other food they could eat. But if you listen to the way they write the Bible, it sounds like, oh my God, there was this big famine in Canaan and the people had nothing to eat. And if they didn't have anything to eat, all right, follow me now. If they didn't have anything to eat, how comes when the brothers were going down to Egypt to go ask for food, for corn, how comes Jacob told them, take fruits and anything them could have found out of the orchard, them to carry fruits, and them to carry almond, and them to carry spice and myrrh. If they can't find all of that stuff to carry as a present for Joseph, that means them never did a dead for hungry. They're not dead for hungry. So the Bible is, there's a lot of exaggeration. And you have to read it. The whole intent for this Bible is to say you're not gonna read it from the beginning to the end. You are going to get frustrated. You're going to get tired. You're going to be you're gonna say, you can't be bothered with it. It's too long. It's too confusing. Yes, what I mean, princess. Yeah, that's the whole idea. They think you just gonna grab a verse here and grab a verse there and be a one verse bandit, and you just read a verse here, read a verse there, but never read the whole thing and get an understanding. I mean, no more Bible study for me. Me not stop study it. Me not stop read it. Me not stop read it. Trust me. Yeah, me not stop read it, and me not stop highlight the things that I'm finding in it, cause it's questionable. Questionable, to say the least. I mean, I know where all comes them have fruits and food and stuff. Could I carry down go give to Joseph? Listen, me, it no matter what kind of fruit, Sister Blessed. Growing up and hearing the story of the Bible, I was convinced that this famine me that them not have nothing at all for eat. Hungry, them are got dead because hungry I kill them. Them not have nothing at all for eat. But then when you read, they say, oh, they're gonna, yeah, it contradicting. Them are gonna find fruits in orchard. He's gonna find fruits in orchard. That's not preserved fruits. That's not preserved fruits. Them for find fruit and them for find almonds and all these things to carry go give to Joseph. At that time, they never didn't know say Joseph. So I don't know. I don't know. But I no longer get scared. Nobody can scare me no more and tell me say, oh, if my question the Bible, me I go ahead and me I blaspheme and all this. I am I am not impressed. I'm not I'm not I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about that because not one of you can tell me what happens after you die, where you go, what happened. The only truth we know is that the arch the arch magnificently appear, ain't it? Yeah, the orchard suddenly came about as soon as they were supposed to go bring the man, because in the Bible they call Joseph the man because he was the person in charge in Egypt. They didn't even recognize him that he was their brother. Remember, he can do anything but open the sea. Just hold to one thing. All right. She says she just hold on to one thing. Says she love Jesus and Jesus love her. That's fine. I don't may get into it with people about their religion or stuff, because people get very icky when it comes on to their religion and stuff. I just say my piece. I just say it how I see. Bonafide. Bless up a nice clean self. How you doing? Yeah, I just say it how I see it in the Bible and give my honest analysis of what I read. And that's it. Yeah. Bonafide, what's up? How you been? How you doing, sugar? This is simple, and because otherwise this book will blow your mind. Trust me. Blessed, that is why there are so many different religions and so many different denominations. I say it because the people who are coming after you are saying, oh, you're going to go ahead if you question the Bible. Oh, my God is not a God of confusion. But there are 50,000 denominations in Christianity alone. And every single one of them say them right. And everybody else wrong. Seventh-day Adventist, Seventh-day Baptist, Seventh-day Church of God, Seventh-day Methodist, Seventh-day Pentecost, Seventh-day Holiness. Then you go Sunday-day Baptist, Sunday-day Methodist, Sunday-day Pentecost, Sunday-day Church of God, Church of Emmanuel, Church of the Living God, Church of this church. And every single one of them said them right. Me right, and the rest are on wrong. Every single one of them. So who is really right, Bonafide? Who is really right? Just love and respect everyone and do no harm. That is exactly what I say. And I say, in this year, modern times, I personally believe that there should be a book written. There should be a book for this modern times that has the laws and expectations, the expectations of the people who live in this time. Because you can't expect me to follow the expectations of thousands of years ago when people were getting up every morning and slaying goats and sheep for sins they hadn't even committed. Them not commit this sin them yet, you know. But them already slaying cow and goat and sheep for sins they hadn't even yet committed. Remember Job? Job used to get up every morning and making one big old sacrifice every morning for his children, for sins they had not yet committed. That's how committed Job was to the religion. That's how committed he was. And then, I don't know if it was punishment or whatever, a testing of his faith, they call it, or whatever. He lost everything, all of his children, everything. I'm not sure. I'm not even sure what that was supposed to prove, but that's how the story go. That's it. Even respect is confusing. Every culture has a different meaning of respect. Exactly. Because what could be considered respectful in our culture could be considered disrespectful in another culture. So as I was saying this morning, I was saying that we have to remain culturally sensitive so that we can navigate this world and the differences that exist amongst us. Even in the same denomination, everyone's saying something different. Exactly. Even in the same religion and the same denomination, everybody's saying something different. And yet still everybody are reading one Bible. And yet still everybody claims that them talk to the one God. And yet still everybody claim that their shortcomings are caused by the one Satan. And at the same time, it's crazy. It's crazy. Somebody say, Jesus say he has many sheep in different folds, but he will bring them. Okay. There's a new Bible. I know there's a new Bible. It has parts of the Constitution in it and part of the Pledge of Allegiance or something like that in it. It's brown. Yes, my love. And somebody said there's a Jamaican bona fide. Exactly. Somebody said there's a part of, yes, I haven't read it in its entirety, but several years ago, somebody sent something like it, something to me, and I was reading it. I'm not so much a fan of it. I'm not so much a fan of it because I just, not even Jamaicans, many Jamaicans wouldn't even be able to read it anyway. Because Patois is something where you can easily read. Patois is something that you learn, something that you pick up from being Jamaican. But I know something where, like, putting it in the Bible, I read some parts of it. I was just like, I was already bored. I was just like, you know what, whatever. Yeah. Because plenty Jamaicans can hardly even read English. Plenty Jamaicans can hardly read English, let alone patois that we don't write. Yeah, we not write patois. We just, if we have to write it like online, sometimes when you are responding when you are responding in a comment section online, you might choose to write patois because if you write in English a lot of times, sometimes it's too long, and sometimes the words you might want to use in English They might end up ban you or strike you or something for it. So you just put it in patois and spell it anyhow. But the Jamaican, once Jamaican start reading it, they will understand what you're saying. But for the Bible, me did start reading one time, but to me, yeah, trying to understand and explain may blow your mind. Yeah, trying to understand the Bible can be a little challenging. Yeah, it can be a little challenging to try to understand the Bible. But even with all the challenges that come, all of these theological scholars, these people that reading and claiming that they are interpreting, why them can't come together and have one interpretation? Yeah, they can't just come together and have one interpretation then. And then everybody go by that one interpretation. Why we have to have 50 denomination out of Christianity? That show you that it's a farce. That's what it is. That same one I'm talking, princess. Every Jamaican taught their own patois. Even the spelling varies. Of course. Of course. Life and living is just all confusion. Life and living it shouldn't be confusing. We know that it is, but it shouldn't be. And I think that we can eliminate all of this confusion if we just eliminate the things that are causing us to be confused. Yeah. I remember that woman, I forgot me never did screenshot her name. Remember that woman there when he come here, come cuss me off, say me, talk about me I read Bible with open mind. Call me a kind of fool and a kind of stupid and all kinds of things. How dare me I read God book with open mind. And I'm just like, yeah, there goes another one. There goes another one. You have to read the Bible with an open mind. If you go into the Bible already believing that whatever is in there, you already know and you already believe, you are not never ever going to be able to grasp exactly what is written there, because you have already gone into the fight believing that you already won and received the prize. Yeah, one man garbage is another man's trash. Always. Always. Bonafide says 50 scholars from Great Britain and America. Bonafide says 50 scholars from Great Britain and America rewrote the Bible in 1894. Uno did ever hear that? Thanks for that, Bonafide. Me never have no information as specific as that, but I know that the Bible certainly have been rewritten. I mean, if this was all God's word from the beginning and all of this, why would it have to be rewritten? I thought God's words never change. Just saying. Right, couple one. Yes, I may I cheat by you. Me not cheat by you. Listen, I'm money talk, Yeah, I'm money talk. Money talk. Me I go to the highest bidder. I say, me I go to the highest bidder, my friend. All right, so don't worry yourself. Yeah, that's what I mean, bonafide. Yeah, so if whatever the content of the Bible is, if it is supposed to have been well, let me lose my thought. If it had been well prepared from the beginning, there would be no need for a change. You saw me mean, Capone? There would be no need for change. And the fact that it can be changed and it's being permitted to change, and yet you're saying, oh, the word of God never changes, it remains the same. So how many times have the Bible been rewritten then? So if God never changes and his word remains true, how do you know that when these scholars got together the Bible that they wrote everything that was supposed to be in it from the beginning? How do you know that? And since you don't know, but you know that it was rewritten, and that leaves a possibility that things could have been changed, how are you going to compensate your religion? How are you going to compensate your religiosity? How are you going to do that? Because you're supposed to have all the information for go to heaven, right? You're supposed to have all the prerequisites to go to heaven, right? So imagine they rewrite the Bible. Imagine they rewrite the Bible and them take out some of the prerequisites. You don't know those prerequisites to go to heaven. What's going to be your recompense? I'm just asking. If there's an incident, all right, if there's an incident and 10 reporters report on it, each tells something different. Just see the fact that something happened. You are right, because remember, even in the New Testament, if you read Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, you will find that even their accounts of similar events were different. Yeah, they were different. And that's what happens with reporting. Sometimes it incorporates people's personal biases, because I could be reporting on one thing and you could be reporting on it as well, but the subject that we're reporting on, I could have some negative feelings about the subject, while you could have some positive feelings about the subject, and it's going to be reflected in your choice of words as you describe the subject and the event. And the same with me. Even my facial expression could tell something. My choice of words as I'm documenting the event surrounding this person is going to be different from yours. If we feel the same way about the person and we are going to use flourishing words to describe this person and paint this person as the victim, etc., that will be reflected in what we write. But the thing I find with the Bible is that it's stories. It's either stories that have a possibility to have occurred, because it could be that some of the stories may have occurred because there's an element of human possibility. But then there are other stories in the Bible that not never met Eruda 2 before, I will never believe ever occurred. Because it's not possible. It's not possible. There's some of the things in there that's not possible. How do you trust everything these scholars are writing, since a lot of them change history? That is the thing, my sister. That is the thing. We don't even know who to trust. We don't know who to trust. We just read what we read and just say to ourselves, I hope this is true. They must believe in Jesus is white. Exactly, because you see, that had to fit the narrative that white people have come to save us. That had to fit the narrative that we were savages. And here comes these white people as gods. They have come to deliver us from ourselves. You understand? So they brought us this picture of this white man with straight nose and straight hair and everything, looking more like an Italian, and this is the person they have presented to us and say this is God. And that too has caused a lot of us to hate ourselves. Because if God looked like that, and those people look like that, maybe I want to look like them. So me I go bleach, me I go get my ear straight, me I go color it blonde, and all of these things. Me I go doctor make them straighten up my nose, and all these things, because they have now warped your mind by presenting to you the optimal and ideal human being. While they call you a savage, they to you this white man with his hair and his nose and his pale skin, the person you need to worship. And then we get on our knees and say, Lord, I want to be just like you. And then when you get up, you go bleach your face, you go bleach your hair, you go straighten your hair, you go make them do something to straighten up your nose because you so much want to look like that person. You start to hate yourself. I don't know why they do their nose. I don't mean, my love. Me not doing no nose. My nose going to stay spread out across my face just the way it is, sis. There's no changing of this nose. There's no bleaching of this skin. All of my dings and dangs going to stay right where they belong. There's going to be no bleaching. I don't want to be white. I don't. None of it. None of sister me all dash the wig them. None sister me dash the wig them. Me not even wear no wig no more. My hair, my natural hair. Yeah, that's the order of the day. If there's an incident, okay, me read that already. Somebody says Jesus said he has left the Holy Spirit to teach and remind us. So I pray for his guidance when reading and trying to understand. And I don't condemn others about their beliefs. Okay. Okay. The reading and the understanding is one thing. I remember me tell us that the people them in the 50 denomination claims to them read and understand, Remember the woman cussed me off and said me need to pray. Me need to pray before me read the Bible. I pray before me read the Bible, we get understanding. And all I want to been praying before I read the Bible, after I read the Bible. And understanding no better than for me. Understanding no better than mine. Because if when you read it, you did understand it, and it was telling you all what to do. What to do. You have so much and you do so many different things. All of you all will be on one accord. There would be one church, one religion, one denomination. There would be just one. Because honestly, God give no understanding for understand the Bible. And him not give me because I not pray. But still, you have 50 denomination in a one religion. Then I can't be me the problem. Listen, the Bible is telling a story. The stories of the Bible. Stories. Some of them something that never happen. None of them something that a dream. People say them dreams to this and them dreams to that. None of them something they a dream. None of them something never happen. You have to follow the storyline. No fun now follow the storyline. You just grab a verse here and grab a verse. You have to follow the storyline. Yeah. Bunch of parables. Yeah. And the parables can be very useful to the human experience. But people just want to distort stuff and make it more than it is. Because a lot of it is just parables. Tell you, how to live as a human being. You know, make it too serious. You know, make this thing too serious, man. All right, say y'all needed somebody to tell you all to love your neighbor. And I'm telling you that a million times. I still not love your neighbor. You still lie. You still thief. You still covetous. You still a cheat. You still envious and bad mind. So how comes all of the prayer when I pray them something they can't take away from you? Them something they can't take away from you, even though they pound on knee and go down in a sackcloth and ashes. And as soon as you get up half on knee, you just tell one lie as soon as you just say amen. So they don't know better than me, Eric. Yeah. They can't be no better than me. You see me? Yeah. Because even though you are pray, I mean I pray. You're not do nothing more than what me I do. You not get no more blessing more than what me I get. Like, what's the point? Me think that them need for we need one new handbook. Yeah, we need one new handbook. Oh, sorry guys. They a bite off me finger quit. Joseph, well, even some songs confuse this. Jesus will make my sin white and so. And the thing too, I'm glad you said that too, blessed. Because even in the Bible talk about this, everything talking about this white as snow. But I don't think when the Bible used those terms, it was meant to be used to I don't think it was meant to be used to divide races. Yeah, I think it is modern people who use the whiteness in the Bible to divide people. But I don't think that's what it was meant for in the Bible in the first place. Yeah, because they talk about angels in white. Remember I talk about in Revelation, it talk about John's dream, and John said he saw the man sitting up there in a white robe. Yeah, so I represented purity, but then modern men took that white to mean not just the purity that's spoken about in the Bible, but they used it to cause division amongst you, claimed that they are white, so they are superior. Yeah. In order to see the fish, look below the surface of the water. I can't just wait till the fish come up for air. Joe, is it Joseph? What's up? Joseph, a long time I don't see you now. You don't even text me. I'm gonna dash me where so what me do you? Where say? Please don't call me out. Sorry, me call you out already. Sorry. You will take your beating with no argument. Listen, cross me lap, me I go put you. Trust me. Cross me lap, me I go put you. What's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. The new thing now, everybody is prophet and getting message. But that was the same thing in the Bible. For other people, not for themselves and their unruly family. That is the same thing with the Bible. Everybody was getting all these messages from God. And look at what these men were doing. Look at the lives they were living. but everybody had a message from God. We talk about Judah. I mean, I stop talking about the wicked man they know. Yeah, we talk about Judah. Judah was a very respected man. The people went to him with their problems. He laid down laws and give them instructions that they followed. Yeah, he was whatever, prophet, priest, whatever he was. And you see the life that Judah lived. Yeah. Judah was a client for the harlots. But because he had been given this authority, where's the what's up in the internet? I don't know, in time I start talking about the Bible, then start dox me. I don't know. I don't know, my love. Yeah, and Judah was a lover of the women of the night. That's why he got caught up having relations with his daughter-in-law. And because he was a man of such stature, he was able to order them to burn Tamar. He was able to order them to set her on fire. And had she not been as smart as she was, she would have get burned up. Do you think Judah would have told the people, say, listen, say, me did going on to this, the harlot that was down the street? He wasn't going to tell him. And I think the people knew, because when he sent back the Abdullamite with the, what was the Abdullamite name? Shula? Whatever was his name. When he sent him back with the kid, don't you think Shula knew why Judah was giving him a goat kid to go give to a woman down in town? Don't you think he knew? He knew exactly why. But the thing is, the same way it is in today's society, where some people get away, these men get away with stuff. They get away with doing the most egregious stuff. That's how it was with Judah. And with all the other men in the Bible too. With all this patriarchy where men get away with everything and men have the answers to everything and women have no say. It's the same thing. They knew Judah was no good. They knew Judah was sinning. They knew Judah was doing all these things. But because he was considered to be the ruler, the leader, the prophet, the direct descendant of Jacob, he was pardoned even before he sinned. He was pardoned by them. They looked the other way. They turned a blind eye to whatever he was doing, because, hey, ain't going to be a servant who's going to punish Judah now. Ain't going to be one of his bondsmen, one of his bond servants who was going to punish him. So he can call the shots, so he can do whatever he wants. We're heading back there, but anyway. Joseph said, am I right? Wonderful, wonderful. Like David did, exactly. Look what David did to Uriah. Look what David did to Uriah. And yet still David was considered to be a great man, a man of God, of God's own heart. Not only to Uriah, but look what he did to the other guy there. What was his name? Oh my God, the man named me. The name slipped me. Shechem. Was it Shechem? Was it Shechem? There were several Shechems in the Bible, but I don't remember if this one was Shechem. Maybe Eric remember. His sons did not provide offspring. Read the full story. Hold on, Eric. Hold on. Let me get the full story. I don't know about read the full story. Let me get the full story. Judah Judah went to visit his friend the Abdullamite. There was a woman there. He took the woman, he went. He had a son with her. The first son was Er. He went in onto her again. He never even said he married her. He went in onto her again, and she had a second son named Onan. Then she had a third son, Shelah, for him. That was 3 sons she had for him. Er was married to Tamar. Er and Tamar did not have any children. The Bible said Er was in the sight of God, and so God him. Per the law, Judah was supposed to give Tamar, was supposed to give the second son, Onan, to Tamar to marry, because that's the law. He did. But Onan was not happy because the children that he would raise up with Tamar would be his brother Er's children, not his children, even though his seed would provide for it. So what did Onan do? Onan spilled his sperm on the ground. He did not spill it inside of Tamar so she could get pregnant. He spilled it on the ground because he those children for his brother. So they said that angered God, and God him. Now Judah was supposed to give the last son, Shelah, to Tamar, but Shelah was young. So he told Tamar, go back to your father, stay there until Shelah becomes old enough, and I will give him to you to marry. Shelah became old enough. Judah did not hold his promise. He did not give Shelah to Tamar to marry. So when Tamar learned that he was going to pass by the way to go up to Timnah to go shear his sheep, she decided to sit out there and pretend to be a harlot. No, if Tamar was not aware that Judah was going in onto harlots, that thought would not have come to her mind. Right? But she know he loves to buy front from harlots. Yes. So she sat out there, pretended to be a harlot, and lo and behold, so said, so done, here comes Judah asking her to do business with her. That kind of business. She agreed. They go do their business. He said, what I'm supposed to pay you for this little runko? And she said, he promised her he's going to send a kid, a good kid, for her. That's going to be her payment. She said, how do I know you are going to keep that promise? He said, yeah, man, I'm going to send a little goat kid come. I said, little goat kid come. She said to him, give me your signet, make me hold on pan it. Give me your bracelet, then make me hold on pan them. And give me your staff, make me hold on pan them. When you send the goat kid come, may we send them come give you. He gave, it was his signet, his bracelet, and his staff. She held on to them. He left and he went up to Timnah. He sent back Shua. That was it, the guy's name? The Abdullamite. Whatever was the Abdullamite's name. He sent him back with the goat kid. And he could not find the prostitute. So he asked everybody, where the prostitute is sitting out here, so? Where is she? They say prostitute. The prostitute not sitting out here, so. Him say, yeah, man. The master give me this goat kid for come give to the prostitute. The people say, no. No prostitute not out here. So the man went back with the goat kid and told him that he should not, in those see no prostitute out there, he don't see anybody to deliver the kid to. He said, okay, well, at least she won't be able to say that I did not send it for her. So, end of story. 3 months later, the people them see that Tamar pregnant. They go tell him, Master, Tamar pregnant. Tamar is not supposed to be pregnant because Tamar not supposed to be with no man until he give her Shelah. Okay? Tamar is pregnant. You know the first thing Judah say? Them fi gather up and go burn her. That's the first thing Judah say. Remember, Judah never keep him promise to Tamar, you know. Because Shelah been a big man. And per the law, he was supposed to have given Shelah to Tamar. He didn't keep his promise. But now he was ready to cast judgment, to tell them, all them people who have run follow pastor said this, oh, my pastor said this, and my pastor said that. Not thinking for yourselves. Here come Judah go tell the people them, go and go set Tamar upon fire. A woman who is pregnant, and he might go order the people them to go burn up the woman. I want to tell me some of the Bible not violent. Now when them go for go burn up Tamar, Tamar say, the person who is responsible for this pregnancy, this signet, this bracelet, and this staff belong to him. And when she come out, show everybody the signet, the bracelet, and the staff, they recognize that they belong to Judah. And it was at that point that Judah is going to say, tell them, oh, to leave her alone because she's more righteous than me. So if Tamar had not had the wherewithal to hold on to those things, this man would have ordered the death of this woman. And those people would have carried out that act in Jesus' name. Would have carried out that act and burn up that woman in Jesus' name. Why? The mother said because Judah tell them to do it. The mother said because Judah tell them to do it. And then later on, Tamar had the two boys for him. Pharez. What next one did name? Pharez and the other one. Remember the name not coming to me right now. Tenaz? I don't remember. See, from when man making peaches turn them in an idiot. The man never make peaches. The man never make the peaches turn them in an idiot. No, they have been doing this for a long time. These things are not new. These things are not new, and people like to hide behind the cloak. People, couple, may I cheat by you? Your man may I cheat by you? Room for rent. Let me tell you something. It is very interesting to read the Bible. I'm gonna tell you, I enjoy reading it because all the suspicions I have and all the questions I have, every time I read it, I'm like, but these people were supposed to be men of God. These people touted themselves as God's favorites. These people touted themselves as doing God's will. So how comes these people continuously fall short? If God is with them all the time and God is directing their steps, as they say, how come them consistently fall short? But me know, who not have none of those prophecy over me, me not supposed to fall short. No wonder some of no men fall short, or no very short. But anyway, where's the couple? Not you. Exactly. You have to discuss with mature thinking people. Exactly. Me not like to talk to the Bible, the people them, As soon as you start talking about the Bible, I'm ready to tell me, say, me, me a blaspheme, or me a go a hell. When me a tell you what is in the Bible. I'm enough a question because the people them in the Bible were people of God. Like people, please. Please. The cucumber. Some of them not just fall short, then stand up short. He Capone. Them not just fall short, them stand up short. Where's the Aquarius? Just give them little fish tea. And Aquarius you just need little fish tea, a little steam fish with crackers. And we make you rise up and stand tall. Joseph say, all this wickedness are going from for creation. You see how the peach is powerful. But the thing is, you know that I never read in the Bible that Judah was married. Me never read. I didn't read that he was married. You say, all my crutches and baby mother, no, here we go. They bring forth a new law. Your knowledge shall save me damsels. They bring forth a new law. Your knowledge shall save many damsels. What you say there, Eric? Capone, you gotta fly. You gotta fly. Spanish fly. Where's the blessed? They run and leave the evidence. They run and leave the evidence. You know, listen, as you talk about that, you see the same thing. You see those people, they had their birth control method. You notice them have them pull out birth control method. Them pull out birth control method. Because remember, say, no Jacob no when Aquarius says Spanish fly with them turn funny long even when they're short. Listen, people. My question is, didn't Jacob do some spilling on the ground as well? When him find out, say, them trick him and give him Rachel and give him Leah instead of Rachel, did he do spilling on the ground as well? Oh, it was you. Capo and Sarah Jacob this spill on the ground on him. Well, good for you. Good for you, because right, I know you can't put another mouth to feed. So very well. Good for you. Yeah, but I think Jacob had done that thing too. Didn't Jacob do some spilling on the ground as well? Just like Onan. The same thing Onan did. Onan spilled it on the ground because he never want to get Tamar. He never want to get Tamar pregnant. Because those children wouldn't be considered his children. They would be considered heirs' children. Them laws sound funny. Yeah, Jacob didn't want the cross. Jacob didn't want the cross-eyed Leah. Lord, even at the Bible a long time, them discriminate. In the Bible a long time, them discriminate against people, you know. Because Leah... If I can't have you, I don't want to. If you don't can't have me, you don't want nobody else. Master, me again me bed. Pick me up and pick up trouble. Put me down and put on your luck. So the best is just left me right where me there. Yes. He didn't want. He never did want the the cross-eyed Leah. The require you to bring up asking. Well, that was the law, Eric. That was the law. Then let's say, let's say if your brother married and him don't have any children with his wife and he dies, then you're supposed to step up to the plate and go impregnate her so that she can have the children, and those children are going to be considered your brother's children. I just saw Aquarius say a long time them I give people Achu man. Achu a long time them I give man jacket. Achu me agree. He said like that. A long time them I give man jacket. And I really true. But the funny thing is that it's the brothers who was given the jacket. That's why you're seeing in the New Testament when the people them was asking Jesus about the same thing. That was the same law they were referring to when they were asking him, oh, if there are 7 brothers and the first brother marry a woman and them not have no kids and him die, and then the second brother after married to her, and then if them not have no kids and the brother die, and then the third brother and the fourth and the fifth and the sixth and the seventh, when then go at this heaven, or go over there after they die, which of the brothers is God going to consider to be the woman's husband? And Jesus said, well, over there is no marriage or giving into marriage. So that's not going to be considered. And now slowly they removed word versus weed, and now the witchery. I tell you, Eric. I tell you. Can I tell you? When David old and dying, them give him the poor young. When David was old and dying, them give him the pure young girl. Listen, the people them always carry them pitney. They look a pitney go give to these elderly men in the Bible. You understand? Yeah, the Bible, even in the Bible, was filled with a lot of pedo. Yeah, them carry them go give to them as payment. Remember when we read this book last year on this foundation? Remember when we read that book? Yeah, the same thing that happened. They give these people over, give these young children over to these wealthy, rich men. Yeah, so that they can, like in exchange for debt. So, like how Judah now, what the Bible say about hubby? I don't know. So like how now, like how Judah now was revered in the community, had a lot of authority and stuff like that. If say I want some money to borrow, I would go to Judah to go borrow the money. I borrow the money, Judah lend me the money. Him say, all right, you're going to pay me back the money in 6 months. 6 months come, and on my end, I must hear a phone. Because when you all are want to understand, when you're in the live, and go back on, like, come out, like, go on like another live or on another page, when you come back, it kind of lag. So I know me. Because the people over there on the tube are doing just fine. Yeah, so as I was saying, so then like Judah now, he would say 6 months time you need to pay me back. If 6 months time comes around and you're not able to pay him back, he could say, well, if you can't pay me back, you're gonna have to give me your daughter. You're gonna have to give me one of your daughters. And then he'll take the daughter and say, okay, this daughter is 8 old. She will work for me until she'll work for me for 7 years, because you know that in ancient Judaism, if you owed somebody something and 7 years passed and you did not repay it, they have to cross it off. You no longer owe it, because too long a time had passed before you were able to pay it. So they say, like, if you were not able to pay it in 7 years, then you are never going to be able to pay it. Do you all notice that that is the same rule with credit cards? If you have a credit card bill that you haven't paid, after 7 years, it's wiped off your credit. Yeah. That came out of the Bible. That came out of the Bible. That 7-year thing. I'm curious about 98% of children around the world. How we get the statistics there from? That the statistics can't be right, Aquarius. Aquarius, 98% of children around the world don't get them right, Father. No, so that can't be true. I don't know where you get the statistics there from, but that can't be true. That cannot be true. Can't be true. Where's the couple? Let me see what. Grace, what's up? How are you doing, love bug? Good to see you, sugar. Good to see you. Where is it? Many all pastor man want to practice that with the young sisters in the church. Exactly. Exactly. Gravity, a greater dragon. What that mean, Eric? Leon, what's up? Gravity, a greater dragon. You know what I mean? Blessed say, plenty laws and rules now come from. Exactly, because even, y'all remember when we read about I think the first time I read about the Shulamite woman, you remember, you remember how Elijah got her son back to life? He laid on top of her, on top of the son, getting back to life. I think that is the beginning of CPR. Don't you all think? That was the first thing that came to my mind when I read it. Because with him having laid on top of the son would be the same thing like doing CPR, and that brought back the son. That's what came to my mind. And the moment I read about the 7-year with the credit, it came to my mind, oh, so that's where they get that 7-year from, with a credit card. Legend. My life not freeze, because my life not cool. Are you a freeze? Because are you cool? Me don't know. You notice, the life we are going good, and as soon as, because you notice that today I cut the coconut and the life never had a freeze. And then now, and this morning, when we did a talk about the Bible in a school, it did a freeze. And then now, when we talk about this, it a freeze. I ramp them around with me live, people. Yeah, ramp them around with me live. Let me bring up my poor little foot, yes, sir. Yeah, man, ramp them around with me live. Them a try. What them a try, all what them a do. They can't stop. Well, Legend, what's up? How you been? How you doing? When I used to go, Quarius say, when I used to church, I did have my eyes on a young girl. Like me. But the pastor take her from you. Not poor ACDC. What that mean? The pastor take her, married her, and carry her to the UK. Look at that. While you play chess, pastor play checkers. While you are playing chess, Pastor. Pastor Hoof your Aquarius. Pastor Hoof your. It don't give trouble when people talking, mix up and exactly. You're right, blessed. When the people them do mix up and a cuss them for dirty bad and a carry on, it no itch. I saw me know to them people here. I saw me know to them people here named TT. Them people here, yeah. Them a troublemaker. Them a troublemaker. They keep on a freeze up in life. Me don't know what for. Me don't know why they keep on and do that. And then when the live over them I ask you, oh, did you have problems with the live? Did it freeze? Did it this? Did it that? Like, please. Leave me alone. Okay? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Yeah, but as I was saying, back to serious talking now. So what heap of things that we experience on the books in our lives right now come from the Bible. Where say when me there me yard? Where things am me supposed to there? If you see me on live, me there me yard. Me there me yard, me in my car. Me oh no Florida. No, me come up from Florida me come up from which day me come up? Wednesday. Me come up from Wednesday. What am I say? Oh, you say first. You say first time you see this part of my house. Me Jesus. Yeah. That's why you think somebody there somewhere else. Me don't know where else. See the regular Jamaican flag over my head there. Me don't know where else. You think I'm man? I say think I'm man yard me there. Me. They are man yard. Will never happen. Will never happen. But I got no man yard and no man now come on. Yeah, no man now have no key to my house. No man now push door come in here. You mad? Yes, I must feel internet now work good. No man, anytime we attack certain topics, the top just mess up with the internet. Because everything else, every other device I have work just fine. So I don't understand why it would be only this device alone would be acting foolish. So I don't think it's a device. And it's definitely is not the internet. Because the internet, we have the internet on the tube and it's working just fine. Legend say, you must say me a profit. Low me na legend. Low me na. Sure. Listen, that's what we didn't want to happen. Because now the consequences are going to be so great for us. We never wanted that to happen. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Me know say there was some manipulation that went on. And who comes all on a sudden, 2 days after the election, them satellite blow up. That's not a coincidence. That is not a coincidence. But we are going there, we're going to live to see it. Oh, blessed say, Eli priest's sons would be with the temple prostitute girls behind the temple. That is true. Listen, when we are go through the Bible, I want the key or passcode. Listen, me say me again me bit. You pick me up, you pick up trouble, you put me down, you put on your lock. Yeah? So it's best to just leave me right when me there. Right, blessed? Best we just leave me right where you find me. Yeah, so the thing said. You know, see me as a give off a piece soup from when Mr. Young and say me that go and say me that go start. So me that go start do sitting upon this, but me that go start work on the piece of crochet here. But oh well. Oh well, me have about 10 different pieces of crochet yesterday when me start and not finish. Legend say who that? Who that the way? Remember tomorrow, knowledge of the law. Protect yourself. So what else am I to do, Eric? Protect myself. Exactly that me I do. Me I protect myself. Maybe tell him say the owner there, karma will prevail. What said? All karma they both in the place, yeah. All right, I hear her. She has spoken. Miss Karma has spoken. Blessed says she gonna take one call. Okay, sis. And those of you who come in a live, the people over on the top, over on the tube. If you just tap on the screen and register one like, it would be nice if you all did. And thanking over here so for the likes. I appreciate y'all and your taps. I appreciate it. But anyway, yeah. So the people them in the Bible is no different from the people them now. Them lie and thief and do the same things what everybody else do. But the ones who were considered to be influential, those people got away with whatever they did. They got away with it. Ain't that something? The same way with Moses. Remember, Moses was adamant to the people. Almost hear me talk about this. Moses was adamant to the people. He said, God tell him, so the people are not married. I have no idea bona fide. I have no idea. Yeah, you remember how Moses tell the people them, hey Sharon, what's up? God tell him say them not married to nobody else. That was another thing too that bothered me. Moses tell the people them said God said they weren't to marry anybody outside of the children of Israel. But hold on there. When the children of Israel were going through and burning the cities and taking the loot and everything, didn't they take the women and children with them, but slew the men? So my question is, if they weren't supposed to marry anybody outside of the children of Israel, what were they doing taking those women and children to join their flock, to join the tribe? So, that mean ninja man boy, something right. That's so. Wanna talk to me. Because on several occasions, when the children of Israel destroyed a city, burnt it to the ground, they would take the women and children to join them. They would take them among them, take the women for wives, take the women, take the children, but they would burn the city and destroy the men. So if these women were not descendants of Jacob, what were they doing taking these women as their wives? Just a question. Because then Moses said, God said they weren't supposed to be with anybody who was not a descendant of Jacob. And that was why they end up questioning Moses, because he was married to an Egyptian, to an Ethiopian. So when I tell you say, the people who compiled the Bible, Me not think of them are the problem, me think of the people them who has used the Bible. Where say depending on the city, me think of the people them who use the Bible to push religion. I think that's where the problem come from. Because I don't think the people who compiled the Bible compiled it with the intent that it was supposed to be used as a religious authority. I think they're outside of them. They outside of Judaism. Why you say depending on the city? Why you say depending on the city? You mean the city from which they took the children? I'm going to continue reading because I want to know if those cities where they took those women and children, if the people in those were descendants of Esau. Remember Esau went to Edom after he told Jacob they couldn't stay together, after Jacob had come back from Laban with his whole tribe, in 4 wives, in 13 pitney, in 4 wives, and in that time they had a 3 wives because Rachel had already died. So it was in 3 wives and in children them. And in Wolipa, cow and donkey and goat and sheep and everything. After Isaac died and they buried Isaac, the 2 of them decided that they could no longer stay together because the animals getting into each other's way. There wasn't enough land. So Esau had gone to Edom. But I don't know if those children, those women and children that the children of Israel took were, I can't speak on that. I have to go read it again. Where I say, remember the story of Achan. How the story of Achan did go again? Esau, Ammon, and Moab related to Abraham. Ammon and Moab were the 2 boys that Lot's daughters had for him. Those were Ammon and Moab. Because remember, Lot and his 2 daughters were in the cave after the fire. And they made him slept with him. One had one son named Ammon, the other one had another son named Moab. Where's it? Where do the story I got put together? That's a great question. But Esau, back to you, Eric. But Esau went to populate Edom after him and Jacob separate. So I have to go read that story. I'm gonna have to read it again to see if I'm going to come across what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to read it again. I don't want to say something that is not so. I'll have to read it again to determine whether or not. But I don't remember the story of Achan for some reason. Why is that eluding me? Catch me up. What was the story of Achan? The name doesn't sound unfamiliar. Aquarius. You see, a long time them something they are going. You understand? When I say Lot relation to Isaac, but let me tell you what was Lot's relation to Isaac. Abraham was Isaac's father, and Abraham's brother was Lot's father. That means Lot was to call Abraham uncle. So therefore, he was supposed to call Isaac first cousin. Make sense? Yeah. Because Abraham's brother was Lot's father. So Abraham was to call Lot. Lot was to call Abraham uncle. So Isaac and Lot were first cousins. They were two brothers' children. As the Bible says, that's what I read. So I read here, so I tell you now. My Jesus, I just 9 o'clock, you know? I don't believe it's just 9 o'clock. And out the door dark and heavy like night come down long time. Once me hear my clock alarm 5 to the hour. Every hour. So once me hear it alarm, me know say 5 minutes to something. So it's 5 minutes to 9. But anyway. Yeah. What else no got to say? What else no got to say? When them make we no can't get married anymore. When them make we no can't divorce anymore, we have to go come back here and have another conversation. When we are no longer allowed to divorce. You can't have contraceptive, you can't have IVF, you can't have abortion under no circumstance. You can't divorce. What a piece of something. What a piece of something. I don't wanna experience this, but I guess it would be fun experiencing it. Especially for those who claim that, oh, it was not like that. It's not true. You see the dire and gloom, and you claim say it is not true. So when it come and hit you, you say it's not true. Trust me. I am waiting to see. Trust me, Aquarius. I am waiting to see, because my heart wants to tell me that it will not happen, but based on the evidence right now, it is showing to me, it is pointing towards it happening. It is pointing towards it happening. Yeah. All these things are going to happen. No IVF, no birth control, no abortion, no reproductive care, no divorce. Not even in the Bible. Because remember, so the Bible it say, what the Bible did say about divorce again? If you, I remember, if you only divorce, if you cheat, I remember. Aquarius said the world need more kids. But the thing is, life is getting so hard. Things are so expensive. You understand? Eric said, Joseph quote the understanding of light. Where you talk about, Eric? You talk about Joseph quote what Jacob did make for him? Where I say it means the understanding of light? What? I don't know what you talk about. You always just seem to just flash something random on the screen. And me, I wonder, say, where this come from? Does it come from left field, right field? Which field this I come from? It's like I come from field up. Because you just, there's some things out there. I mean, like, where you say, what do they do at CERN? At what do they do at? Say that again. Say that again, Eric. Say that again, Eric. I'm gonna get it. Do they do at CERN? No, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get what you say. Hey Fabio, what's up? I'm gonna get what you say. What do they do at CERN? I don't know. I just know so when them new liar come in, there's going to be hell and powder hoe. They're going to be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. There's going to be weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth when them new laws there come into effect. You know, we are going to manage. But we have to go manage. One way or the other. Some way, somehow. We are going to have to manage. Yep. It is what it is. Okay, beautiful people. Listen. Listen. No, where is Aquarius? 12. My father get 13 acre plantation. We have everything. Wow, that sounds good. That sounds good. Mr. Me know, Mr. Me that love to have one like maybe like 5 acres down in Florida. I would love to have like maybe 5 acres. You understand when we can plant everything. When we can plant everything. I want Guinea, I want jackfruit, I want gooseberry, I want Jamaican apple, I want avocado, I want ackee, I want mango, I want June plum, I want moringa, I want aloe vera, I want dragon fruit, I want what else? I want almond, I want breadfruit. Everything. I would love that. But it is what it is. The sun and the moon and the 11 stars bow down to Joseph. The sun, the moon, and the 11 stars. What did it signify? Was the sun considered to be Jacob? Was the sun considered to be Jacob? Was the moon who Jacob did David? And the 11 stars, wasn't the 11 stars supposed to be his 11 brothers? Eh? What you say? Where's Aquarius? The same bow? Who, Joseph? No, Joseph's brothers, when they went down to Egypt, they did obedience to him. They bowed down to him, but they didn't even know. Remember, Joseph had dreamt that he had dreamt something like that. His cows, their cows bow down to his cows, or something like that. I don't remember. Something like that. And Joseph, and they were mad because they said, what does that mean? Does that mean that we are going to do obedience to you? And then when Joseph was in Egypt and they came down to look for food, they did do obedience to him. They did bow down to him. But they didn't even realize who they were bowing down to. KZ, what's up? the dragon cast a flood from his that's in a revelation. Oh wait, Eric, how we are come up with them random something there? The dragon cast a flood of his mouth. That was something that John claimed to have seen. Remember, John says he see the heaven door open and he go they go look, and somebody asked him if he wanted to come see what was up there, and he said yes, and he go up there and him look around, and he see one man sit down in a one white clothes with one golden thing round him loin and one golden crown on his head. And the man was sitting, the man did have the book, that was the man who had the book in his hand. And the 24 elders was sitting around, and the 7 angels, and the 4 beasts, and Satan, and female angels, and Satan and female angels was sitting up in heaven, nice and comfortable, waiting for the woman to give birth. And that's what it was in Revelation. He said when he went up there was a woman who was in labor. That was no vision of no Jacob. No, that was John. That was in Revelation. That was John. John said he went up to heaven and the woman was giving birth. The woman was giving birth. Satan was waiting for the baby, and the man on the throne for the baby. And the woman delivered a little boy. And the man on the throne took possession of the baby. And Satan and his angels started fussing about them not having been able to take possession of the baby. And the man on the throne get vexed and kick out Satan and the angel them. And he angel them down to earth. And the man and give the woman two eagle wings and send the woman to fly off into the wilderness where he had already had people waiting for her. They had been preparing to feed her for 1,290 days or something like I saw, or 1,260 days, something like that. And Satan the dragon was going after the woman, as the woman was flying off into the wilderness. Him was going after the woman, and him couldn't catch the woman, and him start spew water out of his mouth to cause a flood to drown the woman. How am I going to drown the woman when the woman a fly? The woman a fly. How am I going to drown the woman? How am I going to drown the woman when the woman have eagle wings and flying off into the wilderness? And the devil running after her, couldn't catch her, and start spew water out of her mouth to drown her. And the earth intervened and swallowed up the water. Let me live. Let me live. Let me live. Them story in the Bible. Them story in the Bible really me I tell you. So them story are really, these stories. They, why I say who did bring up seed to Christ? Was it bring up seed? Bring up a kind of seed. Seed for the plant up a heaven. What kind? I remember that part of the story. Remember that part of the story? Because I don't want vision John saying he get. These were several visions, you know. And I don't even know why these visions were documented. Coming to see the significance of these visions. Where John saying go up to heaven and all these things where I see. I know when the angel them blow a trumpet, stars drop on earth, and star drop cause earthquake, star drop cause fire, star drop cause like bottomless pit up, man. All kind of locusts come out and eat the people them for 5 months. On the cross, this is thy mother. What that mean? Ellen? I dream say you are me. Your dream say me and you get married. What the hell of a dream? yeah, yeah. Your dream say me and you get married. You don't even propose yet. Nothing. We just gone. That's how we are do it now. We just go straight into marriage. No itching. No questioning. No trying to figure out who you are. Who I am. We just run straight in a marriage. Brother, could never be me. Not gonna happen. If you see me pick up myself again, that about me they got married. You should have put me upside down. You should have put me upside down. Like how Solomon did to the baby. Upside down, I say I cut it to you want half and you want half. Mm-hmm. But certainly not me. Pick up myself and walk by myself. Go to me and go in front of pastor figure. Or in front of judge or clerk or court. I would never do that to myself again. You crazy. Immigrant. What you saying? The same grade early man them way. What irks him if you check my genetics? 23 on me. You know something about 23 on me account? But 23 on me has been in big trouble. They've been saying that people should go there and go reclaim their genetic information. I'm like, the hell, whatever. I'm like, whatever. I done that genetic test because I wanted to see if I could use it to find my family members. I don't know, so me tell them all the time. Say me I no jacket, but me no know my father people them. You know, you look at China looking people them. Yeah, me no know them. I don't know not one. I can't point out one and say, all right, I'm an auntie that. All right, I'm a father, sister that. I'm a father. I don't know none of them. So I'd said, all right, let me do one DNA. Let me do one 23 and me and see. But the people them want me to find on 23 and me. Fourth cousin, fifth cousin, and they can't help me to trace where we come from being related. You know, where is the connecting thread? But one thing they did get right though, they match me with one man in Miami where they say, me and him share maternal genetics. So them say my mother and female mother share DNA. And come to find out, his mother and my mother are from the same community with the same last name. So, yeah, but I don't look for nobody for my mother. I look for my father's side. What God has joined together, let no man put us under. For we are, what? So me a jacket, move yourself, me a jacket. Me a no jacket. That Bertel, what's up? Me I don't know jacket. Yeah, I'm a father. My father, my grandmother had my father for this China man. China man gone about in business. Gone go marry having wife and him pitney them and whatever. So my grandmother never really have no relationship with him, so to speak. She never really have any relationship with him because she was maybe like 16 or stuff. She was maybe like 16 and he was already a big man when she had my dad. And my dad died at 35. So he wasn't able to establish a relationship with his siblings by his father's side. So whatever. So I don't know anybody who is related to him by his father's side. Only by mother's side, I know. But it is what it is. I mean, lots of Jamaicans and lots of people around the world have that story. So who cares? I just thought it would have been nice. But I'm not stress out myself. Yes, Aquarius. That's where I get that. That's where I get that little look here from. That's where I get that look there from. Yeah, my grandfather China. My dad, as soon as you look at my dad, you see that him is a little mutt. As soon as you look at him have the face, the eyes, the whole thing. Only here not straight, it curly. It was curly, but it is what it is. So, you know, so me a no jacket, me just don't know the people them on my side, on that side. And that is okay. I know. I'm 50 something years old. I may have stress about people for I never know them already. Me not try to know them. Too bad. What you say? A bun did I run? A true man bun did I run? Because my grandfather was way older than my granny. According to what my granny said. Yeah, he was significantly older than her because she was a teenager. And I'm having pitting them all about. Having pitting them with his wife or wherever. He was another little one too, just like my father. Just go around and drop pitting all about. I think my father do. They go around and drop them. My father was alive today. Every pitney we born at this world would have been for him. Every pitney we born would have been for him. Where is it? Look at that anyone. Anyone young girl, a true man. A true man, him didn't want young girl. So him knock up the little 16-year-old. And then gone about in business. And them something that them do. Yeah, him knock up the little 16-year-old and then gone about in business. Gone go live in life. With him wife and pitney them. But it is what it is. That's the life goes sometimes. But me dead sure no say me a no jacket. That me guarantee. That me guarantee is a me a no jacket. But it is what it is. But lovely people, wanna see. 9 months later, a new star is born. You see what I mean? Yes, what I mean. And just like that, 2 minutes later, straight to my bed, me gone. Straight to my bed, me gone, you know. I'm gonna have to come back and see you all tomorrow. Me can go see. We see you tomorrow morning. Yeah, me I try to do live tomorrow morning. As soon as me wake up, we're gonna do the morning live. Dream of me. I say song go. I don't dream of me. I lean on me. I like me that go sing, but I lean on me, not dream on me. Yeah. So una will see me tomorrow morning if you wake up early. Una will see me do the hour. Me do the hour live tomorrow morning from maybe like 4:15 to 5:15. And then you all will see me tomorrow evening when me come home. when we come home from work, we will chat a little bit before I go to sleep. Yeah. But with that, it's now 9 o'clock. I have 1 hour to finish, clean up and fix up, and go to my bed. All right. Dream of me when you're not strong. When my list are empty, you know, so I don't get lonely. I don't get lonely. I don't feel empty, and I don't feel sad. I don't feel lonely. I might be alone, but I'm never lonely. You have too much things in my house to do for talk about me lonely. And lay down and sob over not having nobody wrote. Like, child, please. It's the happiest I have ever been. I don't have nobody to stress me out. Right, Joseph? Right, Joseph? Yeah, I mean, that soul to stress me out. I do what I want, when I want, how I want. I don't have nobody if you come now, come tell me, Trev, you know, sister, them back there on the table. And my bag them and me put them on the table and then go and stay on the table until tomorrow. Right? Me don't need no light blanket. Me have one blanket here, so, but I know so me asleep. Me just leave the blanket here. Right here up on the couch so that whenever me come lay down on the couch, me have it to cover up with. Yeah, simple as that. Yeah, me don't need nobody's permission to move, nothing to put nothing there, so. What I say? Yeah, me I tell him if you go get me groove back. Allow me now. What I saw Eric say, I've dreamed a dream. Let me hear your dream, Joseph. I have dreamed a dream. You know, in the Bible, Joseph did a dream. Jacob did a dream. Where's dream? Jacob did dream say when he lay down on the stone, the man sleep. When him a run from Esau, him the dream say one ladder extend from heaven to earth, and angels going up and down the ladder, up and down the ladder. And him build one altar and promise God say, if him preserve him, I go give him 1/10 of something. That's what Jacob did say. Who else did dream? Joseph did dream. Said him brother them I go bow down to him. Who else did dream? Pharaoh did dream. Pharaoh did dream. But the animal them eat up the other animal. When Joseph did in a prison, the butler and the baker did dream. And what about dreaming going on in the Bible? I pay dreaming. Jeremiah did dream. So God tell himself he put on one line cloth for you, wear a few much days, and then go bury it a river Euphrates. I pay dreaming in the Bible. Pay dreaming. Yeah, the majority of the stories in the Bible, the people them know, they're not based on no reality. I be a dream. So listen, we're gonna have a concept of me being your wife. You thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Right, Joseph? Joseph, me not dream nothing. If I do, I don't remember one thing when daylight. Look under your bed, man. You have shoes under your bed. If you have shoes under your bed, you now remember your dream. Them are here to see me hurt my feelings. Them you here to see me hurt my feelings. Oh, show me say concepts of your wife. Thoughts and prayers, thoughts and prayers. Sorry. Sorry. I'm sorry. And Joseph sold for 20. Joseph sold for 20 Christ for 30 pieces of silver. How much? 20 pieces of silver, that means sell Joseph for now. I think it was something like that. Something like that. But anyway, I go love no and leave, no. I go spend no much more time here. Because I have to go get my act together for the night. So I can get a good night's sleep because I have working in the morning. Okay, beautiful people. So that's where we're gonna end the little live tonight. I like a little live, you know, I get to come chat, you know. But I have to go love no and leave, you know. I wanna say thanks to everybody on the tube, everybody on the talk who came into the live. Come sit down and chat with me a little bit, keep my company a little bit. I sincerely appreciate you all. Those of you who tap the screen, those of you who hit the like button over there on the tube, those of you who communicated with me in the chat, whatever your contribution was, I sincerely. Jonathan, what's up? Sincerely appreciate y'all. All right. And that, yes, Joseph, me I go sleep tight. We'll see you again tomorrow night. But that's where I'll see you all first thing in the morning for the wake up call. Yeah. But that's where we are going to end the live for tonight, my friends. Once again, thanks everybody who came in. I will see you all sometime again tomorrow. Until next time, my friends. This is Trev from Trevessence, where your journey matters. I will see you all later, guys. Have yourselves a great night. Have yourselves a great night. And I'll see you all sometime in the next few hours. All right? Later, people. Good night. I'm going to sleep.